Alright, so good afternoon guys. So this is our new lesson, which is the T accounts. Double entry tayo. So as you can see, I have here sa ating left side corner, the right side corner is the Excel na ginawa ko for the T accounts na meron siyang debit and credit side. Okay. Remember that debit, when you debit something for a certain transaction, when you debit something, you add it up. Pag kine-credit mo, binabawasan mo siya. So, okay, so ganun ang debit and credit. Okay, when it comes to the other side naman, okay, sa ating accounting equation, when it comes to liabilities and equities, pag kinredit mo, dinadagdagan mo, pag dinebit mo, binabawasan mo. So, ganun ang nangyayari. So, we're gonna use this one sample. Okay? This is for the whole month of July. Okay? So, ipopost lang natin sa ating T accounts yung ating mga transaction. So, Juan de la Cruz began professional practice as a system analyst on July 1. So, he plans to prepare a monthly financial statement during July. The owner completed these transactions in Philippine peso, currency of the Philippines. Okay? So, July 1, the owner invested 500,000 cash along with computer equipment that had a market value of 120,000 2 years ago, but now has a worth of 100,000 only. So, kung papansin niyo, minsan sa mga transaction, meron siyang mga panglito, kumbaga. Okay? Meron siyang binibigay na figures which is hindi naman dapat ginagamit. Okay? So you have to analyze. Remember, in doing this T accounts, you have to make sure ina-analyze mo yung binabasa mo, ina-analyze mo yung mga transaction. So sabi niya, meron siyang 500,000 na in-invest, okay, cash plus computer equipment that had a market value of 120,000 2 years ago. 2 years ago, 120,000 siya. Pero ngayon, ang worth na lang niya is 100,000. So, maglalagay tayo sa ating owner's equity. I-debit natin. Lagay natin yung date niya. July. Okay. July 1. Ay, sorry. So, July 1. Okay. Sabi natin sa owner's equity and liability, pag mag-a-add ka, ay i-credit mo siya. So, meron tayong 500,000 na cash. Okay. So, may 500,000 cash on July 1 nung binuksan niya yung kanyang business. Plus, computer equipment na worth 100,000. So, plus another 100,000. So, that makes it 600,000. So, gagawin natin siyang 600,000. Okay? Kasi ito ang total capital na nilabas niya. Okay? Ngayon, sa equipment natin, maglalabas tayo or dun sa asset side natin, dadagdagan natin ngayon si cash ng 500,000. Okay. I-debit natin. Debit 500,000 cash. At saka equipment ng ilalagay niyo lagi yung date niya para hindi kayo nalilito at nahanap niyo kung nasan siya. So magde-debit kayo ng equipment na worth 100,000. Okay. So, as you can see, kung papansin niyo, medyo balance pa siya. Makikita niyo naman na balance pa siya. Okay, pero as you go along, hindi mo na siya monitor. Pero, as long as tama yung mga pinopost nyo or tama nyo siya nilalagay, hindi kayo, pagdating sa dulo, magiging, pa rin yan, balance naman yan. Okay, so, i-check nyo rin. Okay, now, so, on July 2, paid 15,000 cash for rent of office space for the month. So, noong July 2, nagbayad siya ng 15,000, sorry. Nagbayad siya ng 15,000 for the rent. Okay, so binayaran niya yun ng cash, babawasan natin si cash ng 15,000. Okay, so 15,000 binawasan natin. Okay, office space rent. So binayaran niya yung rent. So hanapin natin yung transaction for rent or the accounts for rent. Okay, ilalagay natin yung date, July 2. Okay, dahil si rent is a liability, okay, nadadagdagan yan when we dadagdagan natin si rent when we debit. Okay, so lalagyan natin si rent ng 15,000 din. Okay, kasi nag-credit ka sa kabila. Remember, in every transaction meron kang debit at saka credit. Okay, na post. Kaya nga tinawag siyang double entry. So pag meron kang kinredit sa isang side, meron kang i-debit sa isang side para makita mo na balance siya or para maging balance lang siya. Okay, so 15,000. Now, on July 4, he purchased, or Juan de la Cruz purchased 12,000 of additional equipment on credit. So 12,000 additional equipment. So lalagyan natin additional equipment nung July 4. Tama? Nung July 4, meron siyang additional equipment worth 12,000 pesos. Okay. Pero hindi niya binayaran ng cash. So, hindi natin i-debit ay i-credit kay cash. Hindi natin babawasan si cash. Ang sabi niya, additional equipment on credit. So, pag sinabing credit, inutang natin. So, ang gagawin natin, dadagdag natin siya sa ating accounts payable. Okay? So, sa accounts payable natin, July 4. Tama? So, nag-debit ka dun sa kabila ng equipment. Ang gagawin natin ngayon, i-credit natin ngayon si accounts payable kasi may utang pa tayo na 12,000. Okay, kaya natin siya kinredit. Okay po. Now, wala pang lumabas na cash, nadagdagan lang sa equipment. Wala lumabas na cash, wala rin tayong hindi rin natin binawasan si equity. Okay, now July 8. Nung July 8, completed work for a client and immediately collected yung payment for the work worth 32,000 cash. So nung nakita nyo, narinig nyo, meron siyang cash. Okay, so binayaran siya in cash nung July 8 for the work na ginawa niya. So July 8, nadagdagan niya yung cash natin ng 32,000. Ay, sorry, but 300,000 siya. 32,000 lang. Okay, so nadagdagan ng 32,000 si cash. Okay, of course, dahil you perform a service, okay, na ginawa mo yung trabaho mo, binayaran ka ni client ng 32,000. Of course, dadagdagan natin si owner's equity. Okay, July 8, owner's equity, dadagdagan natin siya ng 32,000. Bakit siya nadagdagan? Kasi yung pinasok mo dyan is a retained earning. So, ibig sabihin, kinita mo na yan. Okay, so, dapat madadagdagan si owner's equity. Dahil kinita mo siya. Alright. Now, next transaction natin. So, meron na tayong credit, meron tayong debit. Okay. Next transaction natin, July 10. Completed work for a client and sent a bill for 27,000 to be paid within 30 days. Okay. So, wala kang na-receive na payment or cash. Okay. Pero nagbigay ka ng bill sa kanya. Okay, to be paid within 30 days. Excuse me. Ibig sabihin, meron tayo ngayong accounts receivable. Meron tayong nire-receive pa na payment. So, may utang sa atin. Okay? So, ngayon, ilalapat natin ngayon. July 10, ilalapat natin si accounts receivable. Ilalagyan natin siya ng 27,000. Okay. Dinebit natin kasi dinagdagan natin si accounts receivable. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa natin siya na-receive in cash. Okay. Nire-receive pa lang yan. Pero dahil you do a work, you did a service, okay, idadagdag na natin yan kasi it's part of realization na meron ka ng ginawang trabaho at kumita ka na as part of realization, kumita ka na ng 27,000 for that client. Though hindi mo pa siya nare-receive. Okay? So, pasok na rin siya sa earnings natin. Okay? Now, July 12. We go to July 12. So, sa July 12 natin, ay purchase additional equipment for 8,000 in cash. Okay? So, ayun na naman si cash. Narinig na naman natin. So, 8,000 in cash. So, that's July 12. July 12. Okay. Debit, credit. Credit natin kasi naglabas tayo ng pera. Okay. So, purchase additional equipment for 8,000. So, 8,000. Kinredit natin. I-debit natin ngayon kay equipment ng 8,000. 12 pala. Okay, so i-debit natin kay equipment ng 8,000. Okay. So, nakita nyo, pag merong ginagalaw sa isang transaction, dalawa ang ginagalaw natin. Okay, so that's posting. Okay. Now, sana tayo? July 15. Paid an assistant, okay, for 6,200 cash as wages for 15 days. So, 6,200 sa cash on July 15. July 15, we paid it on cash. So, i-credit natin kay cash na 6,200. Tama po? Okay. Now, saan mapupunta ngayon yan? Ano yung isang gagalawin natin? Dahil as wages siya, so dito tayo sa salaries and wages. So, July 15. Okay. So, July 15, i-debit natin ngayon si 6,200 kasi dadagdagan natin yung accounts natin ng salaries and wages. Ibig sabihin, meron nang naka-receive ng 6,200 which is si assistant para sa kanyang salaries and wages. Okay? Now, next would be July 18. So, nasa July 18 na tayo. Collected 15,000 on the amount owed by a client. Okay? So, sino yung may utang sa atin? Nung July 10. Okay? Siya yung may utang sa atin. So, nung July 18, okay, babawasan na natin si accounts receivable kasi nagbayad na siya. So, babawasan natin siya ng 15,000. Okay? Nagbayad na siya. Nagbayad siya ng 15,000. So, nakakolek. So, dahil nagbayad siya, meron ng cash, ililipat natin ngayon siya kay cash. July 18, madadagdagan si cash ng 15,000. Sir, nagbayad na. Kita na po yun. Hindi ba natin ilalagay kay owner's equity? Hindi na po kasi di ba kanina ni-realize na natin siya, in advance na natin siya, so meron na siyang 27,000. So meron ka pang collectibles niyan na 12,000. Okay? Mamaya titingnan natin kung kailan siya magbabayad. Now, July 25, paid 12,000 cash to settle the liability on the equipment purchase. Okay? So, meron tayong liability, meron tayong accounts payable dun sa equipment na pinurchase natin. So, magbabayad tayo ngayon, babawasan natin si accounts receivable, ay binayaran natin pala ng full, so tatanggalin na natin si accounts payable. So, July 25, nagbayad tayo in full ng 12,000. 12,000. So, para ma-zero out yung payables natin, i-debit natin para ma-zero out siya. So, nagbayad tayo ng cash ngayon. Babawasan natin si cash. July 25. Okay. Babawasan natin siya ngayon ng 12,000. Kanina wala tayong nilabas na pera, wala tayong kinredit na 12,000 kasi nga on account siya or on credit siya. So payable siya. So na zero out na natin si payable, yung utang natin, binawasan na natin si cash ng 12,000. Okay? On July 28, owner withdrew 500 cash for personal use. So the owner, yung may owner si Juan de la Cruz, nag-withdraw siya ng 500 pesos for personal use. So that's July 28. Okay? July 28, nagbawas tayo sa ating cash 500. Okay? Dahil nagbawas ka ng cash sa 500, meron tayong tinatawag na De La Cruz withdrawal or drawings. Ito ang account name for the withdrawal ng owners. Kasi si Mr. De La Cruz, Juan De La Cruz ang may-ari ng company. So meron siyang drawings or withdrawal. So from there, July 28 tayo. Okay? I-debit natin ngayon si 500. Kasi kinredit natin kay cash kanina. So doon sa drawings, ibig sabihin, from the asset na meron ka, nagbawas ng konti si owner. Okay? So, comes July 30, completed work for another client who paid only 40,000 for 50% of the system design. Ibig sabihin, 50% lang yung binayad niya. 40,000. Okay? So, nagbayad siya in cash ng 40,000 which is 50%, that's July 30. So makaka-receive tayo ng 40,000. Okay, so 40,000 ang na-receive natin. Magkano lahat ang bill ng client since 40,000 is 50% lang. So dahil 40,000 is 50% lang, okay, dadagdagan natin ngayon or i-earning na natin, i-realize na natin as earning, okay, yung payment niya na 80,000. Okay? I mean, yung utang niya, 40,000 yung binayaran niya, 50% plus 40,000 na 50%, that's 80,000. Kaya 80,000 siya dito. Minsan hindi mo siya makikita sa transaction, pero when you analyze the transaction, ito yung kalalabasan ng transactions mo. Okay? Now, we go now to July 31. Teka, wala ba akong na-miss? 40,000, nagbayad si 40,000 ng cash. Tapos, nilagay natin kay owner's equity ng 80,000. Okay. Meron tayong na-miss nito. Ito yung gagawin natin. Para makita natin kung nasan yung kalahati ng 80,000, okay, ilalagay natin siya ngayon kay accounts receivable. July 30. Okay, accounts receivable. Magre-receive ka pa ng worth 40,000. So, 40,000 pa ang kulang ng client. Okay. Ayan. So now we go to kasi hindi siya magiging balance nun kasi nag-debit ka lang ng 40,000 kanina dito, tapos pero ang kinredit mo sa kabila is 80,000, so kulang tayo ng 40. Kaya ito yung ilalagay natin siya kay accounts receivable para maging balance siya. Alright, excuse me. Now we go now to July 31. Paid salary of assistant for 700. Ito na naman tayo. Salary na naman. So, July 31, nagbayad tayo ng 700 kay assistant. Okay. So, ilalagay ulit natin siya kay salaries and wages ng July 31. Magkano? 700. Binigyan natin siya ng salary na 700. Okay? So, yan. Now, another transaction sa July. Receive PLDT bill of 1,800 and Meralco bill for 3,800. Okay, guys. Meron tayong PLDT bill at Meralco bill dito. Okay? Now, remember, pag sinabi, gaya na sinabi ko kanina, before you post it in your T accounts, you have to make sure na you analyze first. So, sabi niya, receive PLDT bill 1,800 and Meralco bill for 3,800. Receive lang siya. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi nating receive, wala siyang magiging changes sa transaction natin. Wala tayong i-debit or i-credit. Bakit? Kasi hindi pa siya naglabas ng pera. Ay, wala pang gumalaw, wala pang nagalaw sa pera natin. Nag-receive lang siya ng bill. 'Di ba pag nagbibil kayo ng tubig, merong sumisigaw sa gate ninyo ng electric, ganyan, o kaya tubig, gano'n. Ibig sabihin, nagbibigay pa lang sila ng mga pinapareceive pa lang nila yung mga billing nila. So, hindi mo pa binayaran. So, in this case, ni-receive mo lang yung bill pero hindi mo pa binayaran both PLDT and Meralco. So, wala siyang nagawang transaction. Okay? So, wala siyang walang changes do sa transaction natin or do sa T accounts natin. Okay? So, now, ang gagawin natin, isa-sum natin lahat or i-add, ito total natin lahat. Now, pag tinotal natin lahat, okay, let's say for this one, sa cash natin, ito total natin si debit, ito total natin si credit. Pag na-total natin si debit at si credit, okay, ang gagawin natin, i-less lang natin. Ngayon, you will position the answer doon sa kung saan siya kung saan siya mas malaki. Okay? Let's say for example, okay, dito, i-total muna natin siya. So, equals, gawan ko na lang siya ng formula. Okay? So, yan. Total natin yan. So, this will be the answer. Okay? Tapos, ito-total din natin to. Okay? Total. Alright. So, that's the answer. Ngayon, 587 ang debit mo at 42,400 ang credit mo. Ano mas mataas? Si 587. So, your answer would be 587. So, 587, ililess natin kay 42,400. So, ang sagot, you still have 544,600 sa cash mo. Okay? So, same din sa ating equipment. I-add lang natin. Since wala siyang credit, i-add lang po natin siya on the same side, do sa credit side niya. Okay? So, meron tayong 120. Isa-isayin natin. So, dito walang debit si owner's equity. Okay? So, i-add lang natin siya. So, same lang din to. 15,000. Okay. So, 500. Kasi wala siyang i-add. So, ikakopy mo na lang. So, ito, add natin. So, that's 6,900. Si accounts receivable. 15,000 lang sa kabila. Okay. So, answer would be 67 less 15,000. So, that's 52,000. Accounts payable, 0 na siya. Okay. Kasi, pag pinag-minus mo yan, 0 na pareho yan. Okay. Now, so do you still remember yung accounting equation natin? Okay. Asset natin. Asset is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. Okay. Now, ilalagay lang natin lahat. Okay? So, lahat ng asset natin, which is si cash. Okay? Si cash. Si equipment. Kunin natin si equipment. Sino pa? Accounts receivable. Okay? Accounts receivable. Sino pa? Ayun, yung tatlong yun. Yung tatlong yun ang ating asset. So, ito-total natin si asset. Alright. So, that's a total of 716. Ngayon, kukunin naman natin si liability. Isa sa mga liability natin, si accounts payable, pero wala na siya, 0 na. So, hindi mo na kailangan kunin. Okay? Ano pang mga liabilities natin? Si rent. Okay, kunin natin si rent. Sino pa? Si salaries and wages. Okay. Kunin natin si salaries and wages. Ayun. So, total lang natin siya ng accounts payable. Wala na pala. Okay. So, total lang natin to. Okay. Yan po. So, 21,900. Now, meron pa tayo si owner's equity. Si owner's equity, kasama dyan si drawings. Okay, so kukunin natin si owner's equity equals, grab lang natin siya para makopya. At si, oh my god, tama, si drawing, De La Cruz drawing. Okay, so equals, grab natin si De La Cruz drawing. Okay, so i-add natin ngayon. Ay, shock, sorry.
I'm just gonna get my snack.
Alright. So, kung papansinin nyo, medyo nalito ako. Kung papansinin ninyo, itong si 500 na withdrawal, ilalagay natin dito kay kay liabilities. Okay? Bakit po? Kasi lahat, kung papansin niyo, lahat ng liabilities natin nasa debit side. Si 15,000 tsaka 6,900 nasa debit side sila. Okay? Ito si 15,000, si rent, okay, nasa debit side, tsaka si De La Cruz Drawings nasa debit side. So, pagsasamahin lang natin sila. Okay, asa na si 500? Ayun. Alright. So, naging 22,400. Okay? Tapos, si owner's equity naman, nasa credit side siya. So, dapat, ang lalabas sa atin is, kailangan natin pag-minus yung debit tsaka credit. So, 739. Okay, 739 lahat-lahat. Alright. So, copyhin lang natin siya dito, 739. Okay. So, actually, liabilities plus owner's equity siya. Pero dahil liabilities is nasa credit side lahat, okay? So, ima-minus natin siya sa ating owner's equity. So, titingnan natin kung magiging tama ang computation natin. So, 716. So, dito, i-compute natin. This one, less natin sa 22,400. Check natin kung tama. Alright. So, nag-balance tayo. Ibig sabihin, tama ang pinagagawa natin. Okay? So, yun po. So, remember, when you do your transaction, you have to make sure you analyze first every transaction before doing your posting sa ating accounts. Okay? I'll be giving you practice problems again para ma-practice nyo to. After nito, next topic natin would be the balance sheet na. Okay po? So, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Ulit-ulitin nyo lang para makabisado ninyo. So, thank you guys and have a nice night.